One of the things I love about soccer is that I could really just kind of be in my own element. Soccer was the only place that I felt free and that I could be myself. It was where I felt that people saw me as like somebody. I played soccer at White Bear Lake High School, and we had a lot of success and had a lot of individual success as well. So I got recruited to go play for the Gophers. I had a very successful 4 years at the University of Minnesota. We won 2 Big Ten championships when I was there, competed in the NCAA tournament. I had a blast. As a kid, I was really close with my dad. He had a really big impact on my life, and he's someone that I felt like I could really, truly connect with. And we kind of just fed off of each other, and I was his buddy, and we did everything together. But then 10 years ago, on December 19th, my dad was killed by a drunk driver. I talked to him about 30 minutes before the accident. He was out Christmas shopping. He asked me if I wanted him to come home, and I said, no, it's okay. When he didn't come home, I felt like it was my fault. And if I would have said, yes, Dad, like I want you to come home, maybe things would have been a little different. I was 12 years old, and so I was old enough to understand my dad passed away, but then I was young enough that I didn't know how to handle it. I felt a piece of me died. I felt a piece of me just disappeared, so I kind of shut down for a really long time, and then I was like, okay, soccer and sports, that's going to be my life now. So I found my identity in that, and I would practice 4 or 5 hours a day. I would be at the soccer field, jumping on any team that I could find, just to try to avoid anything that related to my father. I wanted just to not talk about it, and I wanted it to go away. Soccer was everything to me. So it got to a point where it was very unhealthy, and I felt I was in a really dark place, and it just kept getting darker over the years, I think, and I never wanted to deal with it. The harder I trained, the emptier I felt, and my academics started to kind of slip away. So as I tried to push for soccer, other pieces of my life kind of fell apart. I was really depressed. I had a lot of anxiety. I always felt alone. So it got to the point where I had suicidal tendencies and I was self-harming. So I sat in my room most days. Some days I wouldn't get out of bed. And some days I just didn't want to be alive. My sophomore year of college, one of our teammates texted and was like, hey, there's this ministry called Athletes in Action. Is anybody interested in joining? And I was like, I'm gonna go try it out and see what happens. It was kind of like, okay, God, if you don't show up here, then it's over. Like, I don't wanna be on this earth anymore. And they gave us this pamphlet called, Do You Wanna Know God Personally? And on the back, there was a prayer of, it's like, if you're ready to accept Christ into your life, you can pray this prayer. And I prayed it that day, and that small thing led into something really big and really miraculous. So after I prayed to accept Christ in my life, I honestly didn't feel a whole lot different, but I knew something had changed. I just can't really explain it. I had maybe an ounce of hope in me, maybe a 1%. That kind of got sparked and kind of got ignited in my life. I'm like, okay, maybe there is a different way out than my own way. And maybe there is something bigger than myself that can help me through this. So it was a 1% spark, I guess. And it kept me going. It kept me alive. God met me in my brokenness. He was there still loving me when I wasn't loving myself. I felt him reach out his hand, and he's like, Tara, grab it. And I grabbed it and I ran with him. And he never let me go. I felt like this hole in my life got filled, and I found a new identity. I saw a huge character change, a huge mental change. It was just pure love and grace that was in my life that I just needed to accept. I look forward to living now. I look forward to each day, and I look forward to seeing what God can do through me each day. Life's still not perfect now, but I have a firm foundation, and I have the confidence in God that He can bring me through it, because I can't do it on my own, and I can't do it without God and His strength. For somebody who hasn't given God a chance, I would say if there's that 1% in you that's like maybe, take the leap of faith and grab His hand and trust in God that He will pull you through and He will be your 100%.